Merry Meet, and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch for a general reading for all signs for today, the 3rd of August, 2023. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Heather, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Shirley. Thank you so much, Heather and Shirley, and thank you to everybody for joining us today. If you are watching us on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, just use the timestamps in the video description to fast forward and get right to the reading. Today I'm reading with the Universal Tarot of Marseille, published by Los Scarabeo. And let's purify with this beautiful traditional Spanish eau de cologne by Alvarez Gomez. 3 sprays in this big room is more than sufficient. And you can find information to purchase both of those products right in the video description of the very video you're watching right now if you happen to be on my YouTube channel. This goes out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to make sense or apply to you, just disregard the reading because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your very own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available really easily for you to find on my website. Just check out my website and click on the link for free tarot readings right in my main menu. You can see the URL for my shop on your screen, plus you're going to see a URL for a PayPal portal if you want to give a donation, and also to our shop where we make a small commission off of each and every sale. If you'd like to give us a little bit more support, you could use that, like I said, that PayPal portal to give a donation, or if you're on YouTube, you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks. We do appreciate your support, but that's not why we're here. Why we're here is to give you the best reading possible. So I'm just going to shuffle up a little bit more so that we can make sure to do just that. By the way, I don't read with card reversals, so if that kind of confuses you, just know that's my particular style of reading, and I prefer to flip the cards right side up if they come out upside down. Oh my goodness, I am sort of sleepy today, which is probably good for you because I tend to give really good readings when I'm sleepy, so yay, Ariel. All right, let's see what's going on here with everybody today. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here today. All right, we've got the 3 of Wands, Yahoo. We've got a Page of Coins, Yahoo, and a 3 of Coins. Wow, what a nice day for so many of you. Looks like with these 3s that a lot of work is paying off. You know, it's been a hard road for many of you in regards to work, career, and or money, and all of your work is paying off. You want to stay open and receptive to the news and to information in regards to money. Sometimes you'll get some clues as to the best course of action, or maybe somebody will give you some news about something that you didn't realize. Be open to that and be aware of that. Sometimes we'll miss the news or we'll miss that information because we're preoccupied and so busy, you know. So that news can come in all kinds of ways. It can come as you know, just like somebody telling you or emailing you or something like that, but it can be omens. It can be signs, it can be symbols, it can be just this, somebody referring you to a website or an ad that you read or something. So just stay open and aware that today's got lots of news that will help you on all of these pursuits that you've been working so hard on, which are starting to come to fruition. It's important to remind yourself frequently today that a lot of this is Saturn oriented, and it's on a really good trajectory. Being Saturn oriented, it's slow moving, but it's long lasting. So don't think that this is the end of the story. You're just starting to pick up steam. Okay, so just think about the long game. Think of the long-term goals that you have today. Don't worry so much about, you know, how much or what the success looks like today necessarily, but just look overall. You're starting to really have amazing manifestations, and those are just the beginning. So don't take the manifestation for the entirety of the manifestation. Okay, so we've got this star card, we've got this Hermit card. What a beautiful reading. Look at this. All 3 trump cards. Guide, it's like you've got these guardians from the spirit world or from the celestial world looking down upon you and just guarding you and guiding you and keeping you and protecting you, prospering you. Amazing. So let's look at them. We've got the Star card, and she's cleansing your past. She's cleansing you of your past mistakes and also helping you learn how to forgive others for their past mistakes. She's telling you that the more you let go of your own guilt about things in the past and your own blame to others or to yourself about the past, the more quickly you're going to receive those manifestations. That a lot of times the manifestations of, especially in regards to your work and creativity and things like that you've been working on, a lot of the times those manifestations get stuck in a web of resentment, and we don't even realize that that's what's happening. So working with that Star Goddess, working with that grace. I have a meditation that you may enjoy. It's called Receiving the Grace of the Star Goddess. I think that's what it's called, Receiving the Divine Grace of the Star Goddess. Let me look real quick. It's called Receiving the Divine Grace of the Star Goddess. Okay. So you may want to listen to that to optimize this, but it's really beautiful. You have a lot of spiritual assistance happening. All right. And then speaking of spiritual assistance, we've got this Hermit card on top of the news. On top of that financial news. The Hermit is your guide. It's your inner guide. And he's also the light bearer. So you can always tune in to where the light is in your own mind and be guided by it. Ask that this lantern be shined on anything that you have a question about. If you have news coming to you and you wonder, is this good news or not good news? Is this information good information or not information? Call on this inner guide and say, please shine your light on this situation so that I can know. What happens when the inner guide shines their light on anything is you either are very clear about what to do and it's no problem, or if there is a problem, sometimes the light itself just shines the problem away and you don't have to do anything about it. So I'm not seeing so much problems today as maybe not quite knowing, which way to turn or which information you should believe or because especially in this day and age, there's so much information. So, oh, good, there's news. Well, which news do I listen to? There's so much news. Well, ask this inner guide. Now, there's another meditation for this Hermit card when this comes up. And if you have a time today, you can use that. It's called Working with Your Inner Guide. And you can find all of these on my website, ariels-corner.com, Ariel's Corner with a -.com. And then we've got this beautiful wheel card, this Wheel of Fortune. This is such a Jupiterian energy that is really underwriting your efforts and expanding your good. And the wheel has to go really fast in order to really expand. It's it's like a gyro, and so the faster it goes, the more expansion it generates. Now, the caution is that you don't want to be one of these little demon critters on the edge of the wheel, because the faster that wheel spins, they can't help but be flicked off, which is good news if you have things in your own life or in your own personality that aren't for your highest good. They'll be flicked off. But you don't want to be hanging out on the perimeter. What that means is you want to be centered. You want to do some grounding and centering, and some meditating, some real centering, so that your attitude is always very well centered and emotionally balanced. If that happens, then it's as if you are sitting on the center of the wheel. And if you're sitting in the center of the wheel and it's going real fast, you don't even notice it because it's all seems to be happening around you. Whereas if you're on the edge, everything is very volatile. So the way to make sure that you're in the center rather than on the edge is to center yourself. Now, this is on top of this 3 of coins, which is talking about, like we said earlier, things that you've been working on for so long starting to actually pay off. And so you're probably already seeing little, and if not, you will be today, at least little indications, if not actual payoffs. Wow, maybe that's something that might work out, Well, when you add this wheel card to that, it like I said, underwrites those efforts. And it's as if, oh God, I hate using this as an example because I don't want people to get the idea that there's a gamble involved, because there's not. But if you've ever been to Vegas and played a slot machine, sometimes when you play it, you get a bonus, and it starts to do all kinds of cool stuff. One of the bonuses that it does is it does times. So whatever you win times 20, times 50, times 100, whatever. That's what this is. It's like, so it's underwriting your efforts so that your that your expansion and your growth is times 20 or times 50 or whatever it is, depending on how fast that wheel can spin. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have all of this spiritual help. You've got so much. All these trump cards are spiritual helpers, and your job is simply to keep doing what you're doing and to be open and attentive to the news as it comes to you, asking for guidance from this inner guide, also forgiving your past, but also receiving the grace regarding your past. I think for some of you are still on the fence about how deserving you are of all of this good. You can maybe play good lip service to it, but some of you might still be saying, if you look deep down, I don't know that I deserve that. Remember when I did that? Remember when I said that? Remember when I, did those things? What you have to recognize is you're a human being. Of course you did things. All of us did things in our past, right? And the goddess doesn't care. Let's look at this goddess, the star goddess, and consider her in a different way for a minute. Think about her as oxygen. Does oxygen care what you did? You just breathe it in, and it loves you. It enlivens you. It keeps you alive. It didn't care who you are. Anybody can breathe in. A criminal can breathe in. A saint can breathe in. A conspirator can breathe in. Whoever is breathing can breathe it in, and she doesn't care. She just loves. She just loves. And so the same thing is true for you. No matter what you think you've done, she can take care of it. She can undo the consequences of it. Once you get that feeling of like, oh, I get it, I'm innocent. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm forgiven. I've learned my lesson. I don't do those things anymore. I comport myself differently now. Once you really get that into your sort of mental DNA, then these manifestations that you're starting to see really do come forward. They really do blossom forth. Not because some external deity is saying, okay, they finally learned their lessons, we can grant them with something nice. No, it's because you aren't fighting against it anymore, because no longer do you feel like you don't deserve it. Of course you deserve it. You deserve all the good the universe has for you. All of it. And just reminding yourself of that is good, but even bigger than reminding yourself that you deserve all the good that the universe has for you is receiving the grace for anything that you still might be holding against yourself. Because if you're still holding something against yourself, you're not going to let yourself have the fullness of all of these blessings that are coming to you. So allow yourself not only to forgive yourself, but to receive the grace, to receive the healing and the blessing, especially for things that you still are holding resentment toward yourself or others about, or feeling guilty about, that you may not have, done your best, or even if you did something horrible, right? It's all good. Everything is good. Look at you. I'm super happy for you. This is a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll be back for another reading tomorrow, another general reading tomorrow. And thank you so very much to... Oh, I just lost it. Thank you so very much to the amazing moderators, Heather and Shirley. And we will see everybody tomorrow for another general reading. Blessed be.